from extension 13 in Ebony Avenue. We had her arrested. What we have to do, when she approaches you, video her, with all her intimidation, her threats, etc. We did that. We had her arrested. She spent the night in jail. The next day, when I went, I see her again in the street. And then I went and we did the restraining order against her, which the court granted. But within 2 days, they all have to stand up. We all have to be vigilant, and we should not be scared. Please, people. They're also human, and we are also human. So there's nothing to be fearful of it. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon, guys. Yeah, we're going to, what I'm going to say is, yes, we can sign petitions and all that. That's what we have to do. But at the same time, I think we should start toy-toying. Really. I mean, they can go into the streets with banners, hey, we do it peacefully. Let us do that as well. I don't know, it's up, I'm just suggesting, and I'm in for it. Let's do it the peaceful way first. If not, then you can take action. But really, it's a way to go forward now, as the auntie says and the uncle says. Eh? Thank you so much. So I think the situation is that we're known to talk. When it comes to talk, we can talk, right? What we're looking for is action, right? And I think everybody is becoming a bit frustrated, angry, and looking for action. So just for the show of hands, you know, this is a community initiative, you know, and it does come, I'm not going to lie to you, it does come with some risks, right? We need the community support. Just for a show of hands, are we all for action? Are we all for hearing our voices? Yes! Yes. So we ask you, we plead with you, we are going to stop talking and we are going to take action, right? The time to talk is over. The time for action is here, right? We also don't want to be foolish, right? We want to be strategic, right? So we will use social media like we planned here, right? But we are definitely going to take action. And we want the community support. However, we need more support. Today there's about 200, 250 here. Go back.
Sorry, on that point of
yes.
we're going to take action, I'm sorry.
Yes.
But on that point of we're going to take action, just define action, please.
So today we don't know who, what, when, right? We want to take action. We want to get community support. Action means supporting, getting people out, getting SEPs out to take action against the land invaders. Going and when we get our court orders, when they say the hands are tied, let us untie the hands. Let us go and say we will help you. Office with our memorandum. If we go with 5 people, right? You think they're going to hear us? We need to go out there maybe with 100, 200 people. Tell them, here's our demands. We demand it. That's the type of action. And in addition to that, right? There are people that are saying, and again, I'm not supporting any violence, who are saying at that stage where they're willing to go out and demolish the shacks themselves. That's the situation currently in Lens. And unfortunately, we've seen in other areas, El Dorado has seen it. If they don't come in with hard action, and nothing happens. We need hard action. But at the same time, remember, we shouldn't be foolish in the way we do it. We should do it in a structured manner, but we should move forward. Thanks.
Uncle, action is there. Action is there. We just need the people. What we're going to do is the people that signed in, whether we got to phone each one, we're going to do it. We're going to phone you guys and we're going to let you guys know what is the update. But this will be soon. It will be very, very, very soon. I've got one speaker that want to talk, please.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Sean Bolton. I work for the Kathrada Foundation. Many of you here are here because 70 years ago the Group Areas Act came into place. 1955 onwards, people were moved into this place. So you're not here out of choice. The issues we face today are serious, but they don't only affect Indian people. Across the whole of the South, from here to Orange Farm, from here to Annandale, approximately 100,000 shack structures have been put up over the last 2 years. That's only in this region. This is a problem across the country. Part of it is socio-economic, but part of it is criminal. What we are dealing with around here is primarily criminal syndicates who've taken advantage of a very weak government, a government that has been plagued by corruption, a government that has been decimated of its skilled personnel, but a government that has lacked the will to deal with this problem, I would say, up until recently. I am very happy that the JMPD acted in the way that they did on the N12. They have now been taken to court. On Monday at 9 o'clock, the judge hearing this matter will do an in loco inspection, because somehow people there have gone to court to say that they have been on site from 1994. Now we are finding the evidence to dispute that, because I dealt with the Extension 13 invasion when it took place in 95, 96. And we work with the housing department and have a background as to how Nana's farm and some of its animals were given grazing rights on the freeway. And that information we will share with the judge. But it's important that those of you who can actually come out onto that site on Monday morning as well to indicate that there is objection to what has happened there. Our interaction with different players of government, from the minister to the premier to the mayor and whoever else, has been that the N12 cannot be occupied. We must ensure that, if nothing else, that place is not occupied, because, as other speakers have said, its implications are too serious, not only for Lens, for Annandale and for Soweto. All of those communities are going to be impacted on this. And that is why we need to find a way of making sure that this is not an Indian and colored thing only, because that will create unnecessary problems and will weaken our ability to solve this problem. On Wednesday or Thursday, the ministers and the Minister of Housing and the various MECs of housing have a special, what they call a min-mac, to deal with this problem or to discuss it. I think that whatever we do between now and then, whether it's social media, whether it's letters, whether it's call-ins, whether it's a demonstration symbolically on the freeway, they need to be aware that by the time they meet, that people here are upset about this problem and want an urgent solution. And those urgent solutions are clearing out the N12, dealing legally with all the other areas that have been invaded, and working as fast as they can to provide the housing to those who really and genuinely qualify for it, wherever that might be. Now, if we do that in a way that doesn't cause racial division, we stand the better chance of winning this battle, because it's in the interest of this wider society that this battle be won. Otherwise, criminal syndicates are going to take over not only land, but every other service provision that all of us need to survive. Thank you.
I was myself and 2 other neighbors. I've been threatened 3 times after that. In trying to organize this event, I've been threatened as well. I'm still here. I'm still standing. My family's scared for their lives, but I'm still standing here. Along with our JM officers, we're not against you guys. We're not against SEPs, we're not against JMPD. We want to help you. We need your assistance. We will back you up. Your hands are tied, like they said. We had to help. We're more hands than what you got there. At the moment I stand in front of you guys, like I say, I've been threatened. I'm wearing a bulletproof vest. That's how this syndicate is. It's big, it's bad. I want you guys to please go home. Get the numbers together. Speak to your neighbors, speak to your friends. Anybody you have that you can bring with or get involved. We need you guys. Doesn't matter if you're black, white, colored, Indian. I've got black neighbors that stood with me. I've got colored neighbors that stand with me. We're all together in this together. We're all in this together. We want voice. One simple target. We want one solution.
Many people have said what's important. But I want to say this, is that as a member of this community, forget being a councillor. As a member of this community, and my colleagues will agree with me, right, and as being a human being, we all have a duty to stand together. We have a duty to go out and make sure that we do what's best for all of us. And I really would like one of my fellow councillors to say a few words. Many of you would know him. He's been very, very active over many years in the political arena and in the city itself. And I think it will be remiss of me if I got a mic in my hand and not ask him to say a few words.
Thank you very much, Badal, and good afternoon, everybody. I was shocked when I got here.
Name.
My name is Vasco da Gama. Before 2016, I used to lead the DA in the city of Johannesburg as a caucus leader, and after that became the Speaker of Council. I hope that that is a full introduction. I've worked for many years in Region G, from Orange Farm, you know, El Dorado Park, and areas in Midrand, and have seen land invasions throughout this area. And many a times have tried from the city point of view to try and do something about it. But as you know, we've got a problem between province and the city itself. And that's the reason why now the other day, when people stood up, we took the opportunity to invite everybody within Region G to make sure that all organizations and everybody else is involved in ensuring that we let government know that enough is enough. We've had enough. These land invasions are not only impacting on normal communities, but it's also impacting on business. If you look at the Prasa Railway, there's no more cabling. Is trains still passing Lenasia? I don't think so. And it's high time that we highlight these issues with the proper authorities. And that's why it's necessary, and that's what I asked for, that all organizations set up your demands, put it on paper. Let's raise it with both province and the city. And I hope that some of the legal advisors that promised that they will be here taking minutes of the demands of these communities is going to do that. And I hope that all of you will in fact be there on Monday morning at 9 o'clock to let the judge know what our issues are. But put it on paper, because all of us cannot talk to him. Prosecutors will be with him to inspect the area. But the lie that has been told is that they are there for the past 6 months. And we all know that that is not true. So it's upon us to start taking action. Be there when you are called. We only need your presence. We don't need you to throw stones, burn tires, or do anything like that. We need support from everybody within this community. I want to thank the councillors that really assisted in getting everybody together. Councillor Rafferty is right there. Councillor Dave Dews. Badal is here. I hope the other councillors are somewhere in the crowd. Faisal Jaffer. And Abdul Noorbai. Yes. Those councillors that really tried their best to try and get their communities involved. Ladies and gentlemen, my last word, let's stand together. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, it seems like this is a DA political party. If any other group that is here, whether it is the councillors from the ANC, from any other platform, please do not label that this is the DA constitution. It is not. It is a platform for the community and all race, all color, every male and female, no matter what it is. This is not a political agenda. Please do not go back and pronounce that this was orchestrated by a single political party. Thank you.
Okay, from the previous speaker, I just can't reiterate more what he's just said. This is not about politics, this is about people's lives and people's land. So just make sure that is what it's about. The minute politics gets involved, it tends to be an abortion. So I wanted to appeal, I just want to say one thing. 9 o'clock on Monday, if we could have double the amount, we talk about action, if we could have double the amount of people at the N12 at 9 o'clock, we'll be sending a message out, because you can imagine there's going to be media there. But if we come and there's 8 or 10 or 15 or 20 people, it doesn't send the message we need to send. So I'm asking every one of you that are here now, let's get as many people out on the N12 as we possibly can, so that they can see we are serious. And to speak to the gentleman that talked about action, if you want action, that's the type of action we need to be able to come out in mass and say enough is enough. Thank you.
Indicate by a show of hands whether they'll be out on Monday.
Thank you.
Can we say that we're going to be out on Monday? Then?
Wow,
And
that's
send,
nice.
and
That's
send
very
send
nice.
the message out clearly to your friends and family and everybody else.
But you don't come alone. You come with another 10 people. So you don't put up your hand and come alone. Come with another 10 people.
Apart from 10 people, come with your buses, come with your trucks, come with your cars, and we can block the entire N12 that you can be heard. You will know and you'll understand.
Yes.
This is what we're going to do. Yes. We are not talkers. We are going to be doers. We're going to create action. We want to take Lenasia back by force, because we cannot be ruled by thugs. We cannot be ruled by people that is doing as they please. They are not taxpayers. You are the taxpayers.
Yes. Like it.
Aren't we privileged to at least have councillors and some government essentials here? We are privileged. So let's take it on.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Peter Rafferty from Eldorado Park. We can't reiterate it more. Please don't allow any political party to use this as a political football field. This is about the Region G challenges, and we need to get everybody on board so that we can make a statement and make sure that all of these things does not happen. We've spoken to some of the business owners, because it's not only the residential areas that are affected, but businesses are impacted a great deal. So what we need, if there's anyone, if you have done, I know the guys from Tacolia said they have a court order that they have received, so we need copies of those so that on Monday when we meet, we're not just there to talk, but we have evidence of what the residents and business owners have done this far, and government needs to come and do their part. So this particular process, you would have seen Uncle Roy, and there's basically 2 representatives per area. So Lenasia South, Ennerdale, Lolly, etc. There's people that will be representing the constituents in their different areas. And the reason why we want to make that group just a little bit smaller, because once you start having a whole lot of people, we're not going to get anywhere. So it's important that we just get all the information out as soon as possible. But the support now is that you have the support of all these other areas, and it's no longer just because of one area that's talking and the rest are quiet. So we're on that level now, and the mayor has committed himself. And this is part and parcel of what will be happening on Monday. The city is also busy with the process that they need to do, not only for this new invasions, but all those others, because people are hiding behind COVID-19. They're doing these things, and they've heard on the news and wherever that you cannot be evicted because of COVID-19. Now we also need to stand firm, because soon, I can tell you, Lenasia South is more without water than anything else. Every single day. If they have water, it will be for 2 hours, and then they're without water. So it's just going to get worse if we don't get together and pull all in one direction to get this mess sorted out. Thank you.
Hi people. Man, it's very disappointing. You guys are quiet. Are you ready for action?
Yes!
You sure you are ready for action?
Yes!
So we're going to see everybody there.
Yes!
That's what we want to hear. Other people are going to do a job, we're also going to do a job. Believe me when we say, if we start, there's no turning back. So this is the action we're going to do. We know we got the core people here, but what we are saying, people, let's come out in numbers. Support this thing. Let's stop this invasion where people come into your lands and do as they please. You have to pay electricity for them. You have to pay water for them. This must stop right now. Is everybody on board?
Yes!
Thank you.